Hey guys, welcome back to Firepro Wrestling. We're in Season 10. We're in episode 34. Yesterday my feed got cut off, or I got booted from the server, and then I couldn't get back on before I had to go to work. So from episode 34, a quick recap. Kojima and GBW. Kojima defeated Rhino, and he'll face off against RVD in the next card. In the No Limits Cross Promotion Division, Ultimate Warrior defeated Solo Sikoa, and he's going to wrestle CM Punk in the next card. In our two feuds, Chris Jericho defeated Jay White. He made him, bloodied him up, and this was in a cage. So Jericho takes a, oh no, it's tied up at one match apiece, and then they'll be in a last man standing match in the next card. And then in the other feud, Dusty Rhodes was able to defeat Dan Severn in the last man standing as he hit a pile driver that he could not answer the 10 count. So Dusty takes a 2-1 lead in their feud. And then Taguchi successfully defended his CX Division title in an outstanding match. Ricochet actually defeated him in the first match, but then Taguchi battled back and won the next two. And then the surprise of the card, newly acquired from SWA, NXT had signed. His name is Trevor Darius. Well, unbeknownst to them, Trevor Darius said in the fine lines of the contract that the only way he was going to sign with NXT is if he was inputted into the Midwest Streaming Title tournament. Now that's a new tournament that is going to be taking place here probably in the next 3 or 4 cards. We'll get it going. It's kind of like a TV title, but the champion will just travel from promotion to promotion and just wrestle one match and then move on to the next promotion. So, and there will be a 10-minute time limit on that title, so it should be fun. So the ratings, or the bracket, had already been set. So what the promotion decided to do to try to compromise is they allowed him to wrestle the last man that was picked for the tournament, which was Christopher Daniels. And basically the ultimatum was, if Trevor Darius could defeat Christopher Daniels, then he would take his place. Christopher Daniels was not happy at all. He didn't like he said he was picked, so there's no reason why he'd have to wrestle a wrestle-in match just to get back into the tournament when he was already picked. But it was out of his hands, and they wrestled, and Darius did in fact defeat Christopher Daniels, and he earned a spot in the tournament. Now his opponent, he may be 1 and out because his opponent for the first round is Darby Allin. So we'll see how that goes. But it was an interesting thing that happened for this rookie, and he did get a debuting victory in his first match. So he looks pretty good. So we'll see what happens with him in NXT. So like I said, I had 2 title matches. Taguchi defended his CX Division title. I think that's 3 times that he's defended it. So he's had himself a nice little reign. But not compared to Choten, Masahiro Chono, and Tenzan. They already have 6 defenses of the United States Tag Team titles. They're the longest reigning champions so far in that for that title. The next closest was the Good Brothers, and they had 4. So, well, also the Gangsters. The Gangsters also had 4. And that's actually who Choten defeated. So they've gone on and defended it 6 times. Now, a new stable was formed I'd say about a month ago. And it was with Stan Hansen and Outlaw Ron Bass. They formed a little team, and then they said they had a 3rd member coming. No one knew who it was, and all of a sudden he made an appearance, and it was Hangman Adam Page. And this new group is called the Renegades. So Outlaw Ron Bass and Stan Hansen, they had a title shot, but they were not able to win. Trying to see when it was. I'll have to look. I can't remember when they had their title shot, but they failed to capture it. So Stan Hansen decided to team up with Hangman, and they got a victory over Demolition to clinch the #1 contendership. And before that, they defeated the New Von Erichs. So the Renegades, the team consisting of Adam Page and Stan Hansen, Outlaw Ron Bass is there, but he's not wrestling. Whether or not he decides to inject himself into the match, we'll have to see. But they are getting their title shot at Choten for the United States belts. So that's where we're at, and that is our only match, because when I got cut off, that was after Taguchi had successfully defended his CX division title, and then probably a minute after that, I got booted from the system. So that's a short recap. So we have one match here for episode 34, kind of a part 2, but it's just the last remaining match. And the only reason I wanted to make sure I did it was because just in case the Renegades did win, I kind of wanted it on video, because this is a big time. It'd be a big win for them, especially to dethrone Chono and Tenzan, the longest reigning champions so far. So, alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. The United States Tag Team titles are on the line, and they're going to be defended in Japan. Masahiro Chono and Tenzan defending against the Renegades, Hangman Adam Page, and Stan Hansen. Alright, let's make sure it's set at 45. Alright, here we go. great match. 24 and a half minutes, 96%. Man, Renegades, Hansen and Page really brought it. But I kind of figured the longer the match went on, the more susceptible they would be to a submission. And that's exactly what happened. So, let's see, 24-32, 96%. And still chance. Submission. Wow, Chono got the submission, the STF on Hansen, and Page was outside the ring, well, for a little bit. But that is now their 7th defense. Incredible. That's the longest reigning, like I said, not only in the U.S. Tag Team Division, but also the World Tag Team Division. The World Tag Team Divisions had 2 4-time defenses. That was the Young Bucks and 5150. And then a handful of people that had 3. The Gangsters, Lucha Brothers, Brothers of Destruction. So, alright, so Choten on a roll. Alright guys, that does just for this one match, because like I said, I got booted from the server, and I was not able to get on yesterday before having to go back to work. So, good match. Renegades are for real. I mean, they've made it to a title match. At least this one, and I think another one. If not that, they at least got to the #1 contendership match with Hansen and Bass. So I will probably insert them into the 6-man trios division, see what happens there. And that'll, of course, be at the Crowning Point year-end pay-per-view. So, alright guys, that does for this card. To my kids, Andrew, Austin, love you guys. And to everyone else, until next time, take care.